The reality of drama school auditions is that it only comes around once a year. So if you don't get in 1 year, then you have to wait a full year to apply and audition again. And that can be really frustrating because it feels like you're just wasting precious time. So if you are jumping into audition season for the first time, or if you are coming back again after a year or 2 years or 3 years of applying and not being successful, then you will know that it is so important to be showing yourself off at your best when it comes to those in-person auditions. Because chancing it on a once a year opportunity is probably not the best way to go. I've seen it a lot. Actors just sailing through self-tape rounds to then come face to face with an audition panel and fall flat on their face. There is a disconnect between what they are capable of doing in a controlled at-home environment and what they do when they actually get into an audition room. So why is it that actors tank in in-person auditions? As an audition coach and as somebody who has sat on audition panels for drama schools for a number of years now, there are a few things that I see consistently year after year that make me go, oh dear. And they are not being able to shift, too much hesitation, a lack of preparation, and simply not being ready. And like with any problem, there is always a solution. I've just outlined everything that when I sit on audition panels makes me pass on an actor. So now we're going to discuss how you can avoid those things so that the same fate does not befall you. And also, you are in luck because I am going to be doing a deep dive on in-person auditions on recall rounds in my upcoming in-person workshops. We've got a weekend in Glasgow, in London, and in Manchester. And all of these workshops are taking place in March of 2025. And there will be small groups of actors gearing up for in-person drama school auditions, led by me. And we are going to spend 2 full days strengthening your audition material, keeping it fresh, mastering redirection notes, preparing for interviews, ensemble workshops, voice workshops, movement workshops, and we are going to be doing mock auditions. I'm going to set up what an in-person drama school audition is going to be like, so you are not going into these situations blind. It's going to be a brilliant opportunity for you to feel grounded, feel confident, and feel in control of what you are doing. And we're going to focus on avoiding the things that we're about to discuss in this video, so that you can be in with the best chance of getting the offers that you so desperately want. So if you are interested in this, then signing up is all in the description box below. And remember, there are limited spots because I want to keep the groups small, so grab your space while it's available. Okay, so the first thing that will guarantee you tanking an in-person audition is not being able to shift. Recall auditions and most in-person auditions will have some element of redirection within it. Audition panels want to see that you are capable of taking on a note and adapting your performance in accordance with it. Are you able to take the note and execute it clearly? And falling at the first hurdle can look like listening to the note, but then deciding to do your speech exactly the same way that you've always done it. A complete missed opportunity. And don't you look like a fool. Not being able to shift with redirection shows the panel that you are incapable of performing your material in any other way than the way that you have prepared it, and that maybe you are only capable of doing it one way. It can also show that you are fearful of trying it in any other way for fear of it being wrong, or that you simply don't understand the note and aren't thinking on the same creative level that they are. Either way, it's not a good sign. Drama schools are looking for actors who can be flexible and adaptable, because that is what you do in rehearsals as a professional. It's what you're going to be doing in class for the next 3 years. So if you can't shift, then it's probably going to be a no. Point number 2, too much hesitation. And this can show itself in various ways depending on the demands of the audition day. If you're doing ensemble work, say that you're doing like a devising exercise or something, it can manifest as you resisting or hesitating on committing to those big creative bold choices that you and your group have decided on. That your group is off really kind of giving it big licks and you're kind of in the background thinking that it's a little bit silly and embarrassing. Or if you're doing an exercise in a voice or a movement or an acting through song workshop, and you're just resisting committing to it because you either don't understand it or you feel a little bit lost, instead of actually just going, I'm gonna just give it a go and see what happens, there's this kind of like reluctance and uncertainty and oh no, I don't know, second guessing element. And with redirection, it can look like you just lingering and mulling it over and trying to overthink it so that you can get it to a point where it will just be perfect when you commit to it, instead of just throwing yourself in and trying something. And guess what the audition panel actually want to see? Yeah, they want to see you just jump in. Now, hesitation is different to taking your time. Taking your time is something that you do to maintain a sense of objectivity, of calm and a general overall sense of equilibrium of what you're doing in that moment. Hesitation, however, is you holding yourself back from committing to something out of fear and uncertainty, and audition panels will be able to tell the difference. And I don't mean launch into something before you're ready. I mean that you need to evaluate for yourself where that hesitation, where that reluctance, where that uncertainty and discomfort is coming from, so that you are entering into a note or into an exercise or into an experience or a moment within your audition, and you're able to just kind of go, it's cool, I'm gonna give it a go anyway, so that you're just not held captive by fear. Point number 3, a lack of preparation. Now, sometimes you can pull the wool over an audition panel's eyes in a self-tape round. You can get away with not reading the play, of not fully learning the lines, of not researching the school or knowing what the heck course you're actually applying for. You could probably get away with all of those things in a self-tape, depending on your ability to bullshit. But please believe me when I say that when you get face to face with an audition panel that is experienced with holding these auditions, they will be able to tell very quickly whether you've put the work in or not, because they will ask, they will investigate, they will look deeper. And that's not them testing you, let me be clear. Auditions are not testing environments. It's just them doing the standard work of asking questions and getting curious about you, your process, why you chose these speeches, what the context is, so that they can make an accurate assessment of your work, of your ability, and of your readiness to train. It's not a test. Your preparation is supposed to be there to help you. So the real question is, if you can't be bothered to prepare for an audition season that only comes around once a year, if you can't be arsed to do that, why should the school consider investing in you? Just asking. And point number 4, simply not being ready. The really sad reality is that you can be fully prepared for your audition, have put in all of the work ahead of time, chosen speeches that you feel really suit you, that you're really lit up by, you can enjoy the audition experience and feel like it went really well, and you might still get a no. That the audition panel might feel that this year you're simply not ready to train. And that is not strictly speaking down to age. I hear so many people talking about, oh well, this school doesn't take anybody until they're this age, and me being young counts against me, or what if I'm a mature student, I think that's going to count against me. It's got nothing to do with age. It does have something to do with maturity. And believe me, I have known various 25, 6 and 7-year-olds that I would really worry would just aimlessly wander out in front of traffic and, struggle to use a spoon, in comparison to some 17 going on 18-year-olds that I would willingly follow into war. Age isn't the thing, mindset is the thing. Readiness to train, maturity, lived experience, resilience, all of these things are components that will tie into whether an audition panel feels you are ready or not. And it might not be something that is directly linked to what you did in the audition room. It's not like you absolutely crashed and burned in those situations. It's more like there's just a ceiling on your current abilities that you're not able to break through right now. And that might come with time. Things like not shifting with notes, or hesitating in exercises, or appearing out of your depth, or seeking approval, validation and reassurance, or even not being fully aware of what training includes, what rigorous thing you're actually about to embark on, being slightly naive and green to that. These can all be things that an audition panel will take into account and decide that you're not quite ready. And that's not ready yet, not never. And basically, you won't know until you try. You won't know until you actually go into these auditions. So better to actually give it a go and see where you're at, see what the audition panel receive from you and what you receive from them, and go from there. So there we go. There are the 4 points that I kind of take into account when I'm sat on audition panels that will make me think, ooh, okay, you're not quite ready to train yet. So I hope that you found those really useful. And if you did, then make sure that you click like, that you subscribe to the channel, and that you tell loads of people about this video and about the channel in general. And if you were interested in grabbing your space on one of those weekend workshops, then all of the details are in the description box below. It'd be really cool to meet some of you face to face. But until next time,